everybody, it's Juice here, and we're back with some more analysis, gameplay-ish type stuff. Um, so I went to Saturday on Saturday, and I played some games with Chris, the finalist for the Puyo Champions DFW tournament at Cybercade, and we played a bunch of first to sevens, but I obviously started the one who made the most progress. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll review that in general. I was gonna like upload every one of them, but that was gonna take a little bit. So we're just having a little standard Puyo match right here. I think here you're gonna see some little progressional like spikes from Chris himself. I think he's starting to like get the hang of it. Um, One thing that I do notice is that like he knows how to build like his stairs pretty well. I think the problem is like sometimes he gets a little bit lost in like what's supposed to go next, and it's sort of like easier to like spike him where it's like important. But as you can see here, he does know how to get some little harassment stuff when he needs to. Apparently that attack like took me off guard, so I built a garbage. Of course, I kind of just absorbed it all and sent it back to him. And one thing that I've told him like over Cidercade is that you see how those. Well, I'm gonna go back and oh, I can't go back now. Well, I'll try to rewind it or something. Okay, so this is what I was about to be referring to. Basically, when Chris got his little red view up here, set his chain. As you can see, we were discussing about how this could have been a little bit lower, but then again, looking back at the chain, he didn't really know it at the time, but basically he didn't realize that he could actually just cushion one of these red Puyos over here so it can actually extend it from the chain, because let's say we cushion this with, let's see, what's the color we use? We use this one. Let's see if we do that, let the greens would actually connect right there, and it all depends like how much you have to cushion, because this could be a thing where I think if not a happy one, but maybe like a garbage Puyo as well. Let's just test this out just in case. Like I think his main like issue is like, well, sometimes when he's like chaining, it's like hard to like, oops, was that wait, no it wasn't, hang on, let me fix it. Sorry, I'm still out of it. It's right here. I think with like the issue, like sometimes it'll like just end off with like the cushion being too high, so that way these won't be connecting. That's sort of his general like one of his general issues with chaining at like right now, and you'll probably see that throughout the matches that we're going to be playing. But just know that it's just a little slower process. I already told him that like the lower like the cushion is, then the more likely that the thing would actually connect. But then again, it could lead to a power chain, but then again, a power chain is better than a chain cut, in my opinion. But we'll all see in due time. Anyways, that was the thing that we were talking about. I'm probably going to be having like most of these, more spread out. So if I pop in again with more random music with this chainsim, I apologize in advance. Now back. But anyways, that was the issue he was having. And if you don't know what I was talking about in sorry, I didn't edit that. But I'll make sure I do that. Anyways, here's second round of the first to seven. I actually set these to first to seven because that's the casual-ish setting for those, as far as I know. Sets up a nice Hellfire. Chris is actually really good at doing Hellfires, and it did technically keep me off guard. I think he did it on like, maybe he did it on luck, but I think he was looking at my board. He was seeing that I struggled with some yellows there, and he capitalized that fact and took it in. And that's actually, well, normally you're not supposed to, well, you don't really have to do it, but I've been told it's like recommended to do it when you like know how to at least chain. But Chris knows how to chain pretty decently, so I think it's alright for him to do it like, every once in a, excuse me, every once in a while. Also, sorry about that. I am actually dying. Hard day at work. So I went for a transition slash extension. I really shouldn't have gone for, because that did cost him, I think, and I actually missed up there. So, oops. That's on me for being colorblind, but I was able to attack right back at him, send his own garbage. And as you can see, ooh, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do at all. So I went ahead and just broke my chain just to survive. But I did tell him that sometimes you will have to break a chain to survive sometimes, but that wasn't the intended purpose. I meant to pop that like right corner over there and actually dig down and see what I could have done. Well, actually kill him, more stylish ways, but I did not. I'll probably try to change some of these as I go, so if I forget to, I apologize in advance. But I don't think I should be forgetting, so let's just hope we keep that mentality. Okay, so I went for a sandwich-ish type of chain, but I think I forgot where my trigger was, which is another thing that Chris is working on right now, but actually he's doing some pretty decent stairs, or stair type chain. Yeah, decent 4 chain. Wait, I think it's a 5. Nope. That was a 5. Okay, cool. I kind of, sorry, this is like done like 2 days ago, well, yesterday, but I kind of forgot which ones were, the more wow-ish types. I just went off like the time, and thank goodness the game comes with the time. So, an early attack. I think what Chris really should have done is just match like 6 of those happy Puyos slash yellows, and kind of absorb the or deflect the garbage slash neutralize it, so that way it wouldn't hurt him. But he's still a beginner. He probably didn't know. And I don't know if this has sound, because when I played it earlier, it does have sound. But then we played like another match, it didn't have sound. So hopefully it does have like audio, and if it doesn't, I'll add some music or something. I know at least the counting will still be there. Alright. But yeah, as you see, Chris knows how to build stairs, like at least to an extent. I think he just needs to like know like what type of stairs or would be. Ooh. Okay, I got them. But he's doing pretty good at stairs. I think he needs to like know like what piece order it is, and this kind of hard considering that like not a lot of people I know will do stick with stairs, because it's more like a basic chain, and it's sort of hard to like play a lot of battles with stairs alone, because it's like it's a easy to like remember like form to use, but when you try to get into battle with it, it's pretty hard because you have to sacrifice, well, not sacrifice, but like dedicate so much time to it that you're not gonna have time to like counter any harass without breaking your transition, because without a transition the stairs can only go to like a 5 chain. So if your opponent can make a 5 chain or bigger, like bigger than a, you know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully I'll it's been a long day, okay? It's been a long day, so I apologize if nothing I say is making sense. Is the mic? Yeah, the mic's on. Okay, that's what I want to make sure. I kind of don't like doing post commentary, but I gotta make sure my friends know what they were doing wrong or what they can improve on. Whoa, that is a nice. Ooh, hang on. Teeth went black. But that was a nice spike. Unfortunately, I did have my chain in time. I think most of the times I won is because I like waited until like I got my piece, and I was like waiting to see if Chris was gonna do anything about it. And he picked up on that. I think Chris is really like starting to understand like you gotta look at the other person's board to see when you can attack sometimes, but that can only get you so far. Like you have to like know how to chain, which is I think, like I said, I think the meta. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in like the grand finals / loser finals of the championship, or sorry, the video. Basically, I think people in DFW, as far as I've seen, are like thinking that 3 chain fast 3 chains on the meta. It's not. you want to back up your harassments and your attacks with actual chaining, because if someone can deflect, like your Hellfire 3 chain with another 15 chain, then you will be sacrificed. You will be taking the price for that, and you not want that to happen. As far as I know. Unfortunate placement in the greens. Unfortunately, I did not get the yellows, and I am now dead. But I think Chris capitalized on it, because it's generally a good idea to keep attacking if your opponent's receiving on this garbage, and I think that's when like the more attack on keeps going. Of course, I did kind of like sat down and like kind of chat up some advice with them. I think next time I go to Cybercade, I'm gonna like bring out my laptop so I can actually like chain sim these, so I can like so they can see like what they could have done. But I have to like remember like what the chain looks like, so that will be a little bit of a challenge. But I'm willing to put up the sacrifice for it because I want to see this game survive. I think one of these days, whenever I get my own or another place to do it, I'm going to be streaming a lot, like a bunch of Puyo sets, you know, with them, and we'll like talk about it. You guys can chat with them, give them some advice, along with me, of course. Actually, Chris just like he knows how to use his stairs. I think what he's struggling with is like the top floor, and that's honestly a new. That's like a new a rookie, you know, thing. It's easily fixed. I think if I change them these like a little bit side to side, then I can like sort of point out like what's happening, what they can do. And I keep reading that sometimes I can like not replay this, but like rewind these because I don't really use this as much. I should though, but I don't because I can just record them. Let's see. I'm like more focused on what I'm doing over there. I think I was trying to do something. Okay, there. Okay, I think I figured it out. Alright, sorry, I was paying attention to my board because I was like, wait, what the hell am I doing? I think Chris is trying to mimic what I was. Oh, what the? Dang, that's not a proud chain cut. But luckily, it was enough to falter whatever Chris was doing, which is pretty much an accomplishment. Well, not an. Well, it's not really. But you guys know what I mean. It's we're just training here, or he's just training, and I'm just giving him tips. I'm his mentor. Let's put it mentor. That's what we're doing here. I think Chris is trying to. I think Chris was trying to. Hang on, let me go back. Start that. Thank you. Finally, I remember how to do it. Okay, I think Chris was sort of getting the process of like trying to GTR. Maybe he was like copying me this round and was like, what the hell is this? And didn't like know how to follow through with it. If that is the case, then that is easily fixed, my friend. There's like tons of like ways to do it, but then of course I think he just freestyled here, and I think he's making a chain to his right with those purples. As far as I know, I think that was purple. Should be. And then, of course, since you're at the top of the third column, I am going to do my best to harass and make sure you touch it. That 3 chain, had I not gotten that 5 chain, probably would have killed me. I think if I had like that 4 chain, since he popped so much Puyos, he probably would have gotten me there. Hey guys, just a quick little update. I saw that Chris did an impressive 3 chain, but I chain simmed it, and I think it would have been a little bit better if he actually made the purples over here his triggered and got a longer chain from it, because as you can see here, it would have been a more powerful chain. You would have gotten a 4 chain from here. So I think if he would have just extended from these purples right here with the blue purples, he would have gotten a better chain. As example here, put the purples down there, then got a 4 chain here. Would have gotten a 5 chain and possibly countered me and would have won them the game. So just a little bit of an FYI. If you think you can squeeze out another like trigger, try to go for it, especially if you're like a column away. It's like a 2 extension column, and we'll go over that when we get to that hurdle. But right now I just wanted to make sure that it was known that he could have extended from those purples over there. Alright, that was the thing. Of course it is the first of 7, so that's what the set usually is. I will go go back and do another set. If I can find one that's a little bit. We have a lot of sets actually. You know, we'll just consider this one the set. I mean, I can always just record these and just post them to YouTube without commentary, because post commentary is kind of hard. But anyways, those are just some little tips and like some little analysis, and from Chris himself. I think I'm gonna try to like record these and just upload them, in a row, so that way you guys can at least see what he's doing. But without my commentary, of course, because as you can see, post commentary is difficult as fuck. But anyways, that is my analysis from Chris H. Hopefully next Puyo tournament he will strive and survive as hard as he did with CJ. And I will see you guys next video, or in the 30 minutes when I actually upload the rest of these. Alright, take care.